We are back again inside the Lazy E Arena here in Guthrie, Oklahoma. I am here with Bobby Savita and Sidnei Pereira. We are going to talk about that outstanding run. 16-9-25 gets the win in the first round of the Young Guns League Derby. That's EF Eurus Ta Fame and this guy right here on our right. First, let's talk. Now, we are having a translator here today. Bobby is going to help us out. My Portuguese is not up to par. So let's jump in and talk about the backstory on this stallion. He's bred, raised in Brazil. He recently came to the United States. So, Bobby, let's talk about EF Eurus Ta Fame.
Right, yeah. Good evening or good morning, everybody. Eurus has a very interesting story because he was actually bred at our place as an embryo, my place. Then got sold, and he ended up way up north in Brazil, where not a lot of barrel racing was going on. And then when he started showing up back in the 20s, 2020 or something, he started really showing something very different. I mean, that we hadn't seen. We have a lot of Dash to Fames, but he's bred into a Shady Leo mare, which we'll talk a lot about different. And all of a sudden, he started performing very well. His wife, Mariana, went there with a partner, acquired him, and since then, these two, if I believe, have run 70 runs under 16 seconds. He has about 50 runs under 16.5 and 4 runs under 16.3. His fastest being 16.220. So we saw something very amazing in this horse.
That's crazy. So, you know, they run those standard patterns down in Brazil. It's something that's nice, really standardized across the country. So, Sidnei, I do want to ask, when did you know that this horse was special, and what did you feel was special in him?
Perguntou quando é que você percebeu que esse cavalo era especial e diferente, e o que você achou diferente nesse momento nele quando você encontrou ele assim a primeira vez?
O Eurus é um cavalo que já vinha competindo com outro treinador, né? E acabou que a Mariana, minha esposa, fez a negociação com o Paulo Dedé, Mora Zedê, e acabamos adquirindo ele e trazendo para o meu centro de treinamento. Então ele já tinha uma estrela diferente dos outros, tanto que eu senti isso logo na primeira passada. A gente já conseguiu alcançar o 16.400, então a gente já teve um entrosamento logo de primeira mão, assim, de primeira vista. Então é um cavalo muito especial desde novo.
Well, he said before they acquired him, he already saw that he was a different horse. And the first time he rode him, they brought him into his training center. He rode him at his house. He felt it was different. The first time out, they ran a 16.4. And he said this horse really, you know, he does what I ask of him, and that's sometimes very, very, very rare. As he said, there was something different right off from the first run.
Yeah. That willingness to work is definitely something great when you feel it in a horse. So 16-9 is light work for you guys. Now, some of our listeners may not be familiar with this bloodline. He is by Dash to Fame, out of EF Brahma Brown by EF Shady Brown. Let's talk about that mare side and what that bloodline has done in the Brazilian circles especially.
Okay, Brahma's out of Shady Brown, as you mentioned, and basically they all started back there with Shady Leo, talking about 30, 40 years ago, and he made 3 great stallions: Shady King Times, El Shady Pereira, which most people have heard, and Shady Brown. So it's a bloodline really, really old that we don't have here in the States, but you can consider it's more of a work bloodline. Okay. Like your Frenchman's Guy and your Farwater Flit. It's our work line that really worked into the barrels.
Okay, like our more cowbred horses.
Your cowbred horses that helped cross with the Dash to Fame. So it's that kind of bloodline which we mixed with the speed horses, which really, really, really worked. So it's something that's very unique. We don't find it here in the States. It's something that we have seen more and more people go look and buy them in Brazil. We have a good friend, Shannon Kirsch. I think last year she sent about 17 horses up here, usually with this bloodline in the bottom line.
Okay. So speaking of speed, I do want to make sure we roll this run and we get to check it out. And if anybody missed it on the Ride TV stream this morning, oh my goodness, it was so much fun. So Sidnei, I want you to talk me through this run, and then Bobby, let us know what he's saying on there. Wow.
Eu toquei bastante pro primeiro, mas eu vi que ele estava reduzindo antes, aí eu coloquei ele mais profundo ali. E eu já tenho essa facilidade de segurar o tambor. E quando eu acabei chegando mais em cima do segundo, eu sentei, eu vi que eu tinha errado a entrada ali dele. Aí eu tive que completar ele com o corpo, e aí eu acabei colocando a mão no tambor. Mas ele estava bem alinhado onde eu queria, só que eu acabei sentando porque eu não tenho o ponto da pista ainda. Mas a gente saiu daqui vitorioso e quero amanhã conseguir abaixar mais o meu tempo ainda.
Okay, he said, okay, he really pushed him to that first barrel, as we saw right there.
Yep.
He did exactly what he needed in that first barrel. Coming into that second barrel, we'll
Can we
see
slow
right
that
here.
first down?
Oh,
That is just spectacular.
right here, as he doesn't know the place, he sat a little early. He was wrong, not the horse, because he's not used to this place. So he sat, and the horse did obey him, and that kind of threw him off already into the third, but he was a very good run. He's happy, and he's happy for the win. And tomorrow, I think he's figured out a little bit more of his grounds and where the points are that he needs to look at.
Yeah.
So he believes that tomorrow we can do a lot better.
Yeah. Sidney, did the ground feel different up here? It looked great and safe this morning, but does it feel different than the Brazilian turf?
O solo, o que você achou aqui de diferença? Você gostou do solo e como é que você vê a diferença entre o daqui e o de lá?
Sim, o solo é seguro, tem bastante areia, bastante apoio para o cavalo trabalhar. O meu cavalo ainda ele está acostumado a virar um pouco mais arqueado, mais correndo o giro, e eu achei que ele não se adaptou tanto ainda, ele esbarrou muito nos tambores, porque ela no fundo assim ela está soltando um pouco mais.
Comparado com o que a gente tem lá, né?
Isso, e pode ser que foi isso que ele também caiu um pouco mais em cima do tambor. Então ele vai se adaptar, ele é um cavalo inteligente. Todas as pistas que ele foi lá no Brasil, ele se adaptou, e aqui eu acredito que não seja diferente.
He said the ground is very good, safe, number one, liked it very much. Since in Brazil, the horses do our turns a little bit more arched around it.
Okay.
They tend to put their feet underneath.
Yeah.
Here they skid a little bit more than our grounds, because our grounds, since our horses usually do that, they're trained, so he comes in skidding, so he skids off a little bit. But as he said, every different arena that he's raced, because in Brazil we have different soils like here, he quickly picks up what he has to do. He's one of the most intelligent horses he's ever saw, so he says both of them learned a lot, and they say tomorrow they'll probably be ready.
That's crazy how quick he came out swinging. Did they say that stallion just got to the United States about a month ago?
A month ago, I think he landed. Quando é que ele aterrissou aqui?
Já faz mês já que ele...
Yeah, a month ago. He's thinking he arrived here a month ago. And we started working on him about 20 days ago. Sidney came up, spent a week, went down to Brazil, spent another week, and came back last week with me.
Wow.
So he's at...
So when we talk about growing the industry, and this is a great Brazilian-American connection that we've got going on, bringing this stallion up here. But I know that you, with your program, you've got great mares, great stallions coming in. You guys have an amazing team. They've been so much fun. You guys have a whole group here. How important is it to you to start to connect these different barrel racing circles, and talk a little bit about your guys' events in Brazil?
Okay, yeah, I think we've been trying, and not only trying, I think my dad bought the first horse from the United States 50 years ago.
Okay.
We started, and we keep on bringing in horses, and there's a lot of bringing what you guys have to Brazil.
Okay.
And we have a lot of genetics that we crossed, as we were talking about Shady Leos, and we were always, as I said, started to bring them to the United States, but selling more young horses, never a stallion to stand here. So it was like something I talked to Chad, because we hold a very big event there with about 1,300 horses, which is the Rockstar buckle, which he's wearing right there. He's won 3 years in a row. But anyway, so we have that, and Chad came down, and I think we both have the same idea of it's one passion, one world. We love the horse, the quarter horse, and the more we make it global, the more we exchange ideas, be it by training, be it by the bloodlines. That's really how we grow the market and the industry. So we're really happy of this opportunity to have this horse here, offer his bloodline here, the same way we have your horses down there. And I think there's a lot more stallions that we can bring to Brazil, and there's a lot more stallions that we can bring from Brazil to here. So we all start to go in a direction that we can grow more than where we are today.
Why does the Young Guns League fit for you? Why is the Young Guns League such a great program for your stallion?
What do you mean leaves?
The league.
The league. Well, it's the first year of the Young Guns.
It's early, guys.
Yeah. It's the first year that we've seen the Young Guns program here. So it was only the pink buckle. So it was an opportunity when Chaz we were talking there, that he came and says, where can he run? Because he'll be running in the BFA. He's qualified for the semifinals of the American, so he'll be trying to go into the finals with this horse.
Wow.
So hopefully we'll be seeing a lot more of them. So the Pink Buckle seemed like the right place to start, given that right now, November, we got the BFA at the same place, and then February we got. So it was the right timing to bring this horse up here. So we talked to Chad and said, I think it's a wonderful idea. I got a new category, which we also want to bring to Brazil. This category is a very interesting one, as well as we are negotiating to take Pink Buckle to Brazil and do this incentive as well there.
So Sidnei, give us a little bit of a background on you. Let's let everybody get to know you a little bit. I know you're quite the decorated Brazilian champion, and kind of just brag on him a little bit once he gets done.
Ele quer que fale pouco agora de você, da tua história, tuas conquistas no Brasil, como você começou. Falar pouco de você para o mundo.
Eu comecei a montar cavalo, a competir, a passar na competição com 7 anos de idade, né? O meu pai, a minha família toda trabalha com animais, então eu já tinha um direcionamento deles e foi assim que eu comecei. Então eu acreditei no meu sonho, eu gostei muito de fazer tambor, dessa modalidade. Daí a gente acabou tendo que sair para um outro rancho, para um outro lugar. Foi aí onde eu comecei a entender que eu precisava usar o conhecimento do meu pai para ter uma carreira nos 3 tambores. Então eu acabei saindo cedo de casa, saí com 17 anos e já fui trabalhar para um outro aras. Então foi aí que eu comecei a aprender com a vida, a trabalhar sozinho, a me virar, a ganhar, a conquistar títulos. Então o meu começo foi isso.
We gotta catch up, Sidnei.
Yeah, exactly, and then or else it's going to be too long and I'll forget what he said. Basically, he said he started when he was 7 years old. His whole family, his father and grandfather, they all came, our backgrounds were always horses. So he worked in a ranch, and when they finally moved to a ranch where he could actually train horses himself, he realized that he had to get more knowledge, understand more, so he started going out with, seeing more other trainers, getting himself more knowledge, and slowly he became, saw there was a talent there, so he started investing each time more on that, very dedicated person. 17 anos, estava falando.
Isso, 17 anos.
Você parou com 17.
Tá. A partir desse momento, 17 anos, eu comecei a conquistar títulos, a buscar outros novos horizontes, a buscar novas metas a ser batidas. Então, lá no Brasil, graças a Deus, conquistei todos os títulos que eu sonhei, Ponto Futuro, recorde tipo, mundial, no caso que a gente fala lá. Ajudei vários garanhões a baixarem tempos. Então, tudo que eu faço é para os 3 tambores. Então, a minha vida é isso e eu sou muito grato a isso.
So he started competing, finally, his first competition when he was 17, and he started to win. Right off the bat, he saw there was a talent, and so he invested in his talent. And thank God, as he said, thank the Lord, he managed to. Today, he's earned every prize there is to win in Brazil. He has, for the past 10 years, won the awards of the biggest money winner for 10 years in a row. And he's very, very happy because during this time, he's made a lot of stallions for other people. He's made a lot of mares for other people, and that's what his pleasure is, to be able to get somebody else's horse and who has a talent and be able to take that talent out. So that person is very happy to have something like that. So he's very happy to be able to do that for other people.
Well, this has been an honor. I have had so much fun talking to you guys, getting to learn about your program. Sidnei, getting to meet you. Congratulations again today. And it really feels like the beginning of an era here with EF Eurus Ta Fame at the Young Guns Race 2024, our inaugural Round 1 champions. We are rolling through the Pink Buckle Derby behind us. We're live on Ride TV, pinkbuckle.com, so make sure you guys are tuning in for all the actions. And congratulations to you guys again. You took home over $10,000 today, and we will be back later.
Thank you.